Hello and welcome to Vikram Loves to Freelance. Should I quit my day job to start working freelance full time? Now, this is a question which honestly is not all that easy to answer, and at the same time, you yourself are in the best position to answer that question. So, therefore, what I would say is that if you are thinking about quitting your day job, you're frustrated from it, you're just fed up of that daily routine, go and come back from work and then go through the same rigmarole day in and day out. Keep a lot of factors in mind before actually taking the plunge in terms of quitting your day job and then start embarking on this freelance journey. See, I personally am a full-time freelancer. I quit my day job more than 3 years ago, and I don't regret a second. In terms of, in fact, I regret the entire period that I worked full-time in terms of a day job, and I pretty much enjoy my freedom in particular more than anything else. My freedom in terms of doing what I want to do with my time, doing you know I'm making this video when I want to make it. Nobody else is telling me that hey, you go and make this video. So that sort of freedom, the freedom to work from anywhere, that's a very big freedom. The freedom to travel when I want to, that's a very big freedom. Not having to ask anyone for leave, requesting somebody, oh, can I go a little early, I have to do this or I have to do that, I've got this job to do, I've got something urgent, pressing at home. These things I don't have to bother about anymore. But when it comes down to reality, there are certain things which you really need to keep in mind. In my opinion, I think the foremost thing which you need to keep in mind is your fixed liabilities. If you have fixed liabilities which are of substantial nature and they are recurring, say you have a home loan, say what you call a mortgage on your home, or you have a car loan, or you have certain any sort of recurring expenses which say take place every month and are of they are substantial in nature. If you have those kind of expenses, I really would advise you that think twice. If I talk about myself, I for an entire year I worked freelance while continuing with my day job. I didn't quit my day job because that was a stage of my life when I still had some liabilities. Today I'm 32 and I don't have any debts as such. At the same time, I don't have any like recurring expenses either. Say there are a lot of people out there who may not have debts as such, but at the same time they have recurring liabilities. Say you're a man, you have a family in terms of, say, a wife, kids, maybe your parents whom you have to look after, and you have to provide for their basic expenses. That's again, you may be technically debt free, but otherwise you're not liability free. I personally, at this point in time, I'm at a stage of my life wherein not only am I debt free, but I'm also liability free because I'm not married yet. I don't have kids yet. So those kind of expenses are not there. My parents are very independent. In fact, in some ways, I'm still dependent on them still since I stay with them. So in that sense, I'm somewhat dependent, yet in a manner which does not have any financial repercussions. So these are very important things that you need to keep in mind. The second thing I would really advise you to consider is the fact that when you work freelance, don't expect instant nirvana. Trust me, it does not happen. It takes time for things to mature, for the income to actually come in. So you, as a freelance worker, if you think that you start working and from the very beginning you'll have income which matches your day job income, but that is quite likely not going to happen. Now, as far as, say, freelance work, let's take freelance writing in particular, because that is primarily my domain area, and that's where I can give you the best possible perspective. When it comes to freelance writing, you essentially have two options today in front of you. One is to work on freelance bidding sites like Elance or Odesk or Guru, where you can bid on freelance jobs, and if you win those jobs, you can complete those jobs and get paid for them virtually immediately or as per the terms and conditions of that project. The second option in front of you is to opt for these revenue sharing sites, wherein I can give you examples. You have hub pages, you have Squidoo, you have Seekit, you have Visly. There are many. There are many which have come up in recent times, and they're all pretty good. There's another one called InfoBarrel. They're all good in terms of the fact that they let you publish content on their sites, and they also let you earn from that content which you publish on these sites. But remember that whatever income that comes in from these articles or this content which you publish may not be phenomenal. In fact, I have seen a lot of writers who've started out, they've published a lot of content, but they've actually made zilch, which is like a zero, big zero. They haven't made any money. And it's only when they remain persistent, patient, and they developed a lot of content across a lot of these sites. They work very intelligently, wherein they didn't just develop content out of their thoughts, but they actually worked with in a sort of a scientific manner, ensuring that there were suitable keywords incorporated into these articles, and they maximize the ways in which they could earn, say not only through Google AdSense or through Amazon Associates program, wherein they had these Amazon ads running alongside, which again were relevant to the content which they created. And there are other options as well. Say Chitika is another advertising option. They use their own affiliate links, which they were, say, directly an affiliate for. So combining all of these sources of making money is when they gradually started to make very good money. There are some online marketers who started out, and within a period of say 6 months to a year, they managed to get to a level which can pretty much be considered at par with what they were earning at in their day job. If I take my own example, there have been months where I've earned substantially more than what I earned in my day job. At the same time, there have been many months where I've not earned anywhere close to what I earned in my day job. So remember these ebbs and flows, these highs and lows. These are again things which you need to account for. Freelance work, invariably the income is not consistent. You one day you might have a lot of money coming in, and then again there might be a period of to complete dullness, nothing happening, no work coming in, or you're working for an entire period and then you get paid on a certain day. So you need to keep all of these things in mind. So in summation, what I would say is that if you have recurring liabilities, recurring expenses, if you're heavily in debt, and right now your day job is allowing you to be in a position where you pay off your debts gradually over time, month by month, then might as well stick to your day job. What you can do is, at the same time, you can try and supplement the income what you're earning from your day job through these sites. You keep building content on, say, these revenue sharing sites. Even if you don't earn much money now, there's every chance that, say, 6 months down the line, 1 year down the line, you'll have some good passive income coming your way. And if you work on the freelance sites, even if in an entire month you do only say 5 jobs, or maybe a maximum of 10 jobs, you'll still find that you'll at least have a decent amount of additional revenue being generated for you. So keep these things in mind. I really would say that don't quit your day job in a hurry. Don't be irrational. Don't take these jerky sort of decisions. Be logical. Maintain a cool head. Think through your expenses, your debts, your priorities in life, and then plan out. Most of us, me included, don't like our day jobs. There are very few of us who really enjoy our day jobs so much to the extent that we never want to give up on them. And especially with these newer avenues of earning money having come to the fore, a lot of us want to get rid of this whole routine of having to go to work and come back and then get on with life, versus living a life right from morning to evening, wherein we are free and we are free to do what we want to do. So keep these things in mind. Over time, I think it is definitely feasible and possible, and it's actually doable that you work full time freelance. You don't do a day job at all, but keep your expenses, keep your overall financial and your life priorities in mind. I think that will help you make a very rational, logical decision which you've properly thought through. Cheers.